good, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 5, Episode 17 review. So, in this week's episode, Flo meets with Claudia, who has been MIA recently because she doesn't like the fact that Flo moved Marlon back into the crib. But Flo is assuring her that Marlon understands her rules. They're sleeping separately, and it's just for, the kids and until he can get back up on his feet. So she smooths things over with Claudia and has reeled Claudia back in for the moment. Shay and her mama go to the hospital so she can have her procedure done. And mind you, Fabo is on his way there and he still does not know what he's going to be arriving to, which I find to be so weird that she would have him come all the way there and not tell him what is happening. Like, the way Shay moves to me is weird and dumb at the same time. And I'm like, I don't be understanding her thought process behind things. Like, she's So Shay mama is outside the hospital on the phone talking to her husband, Shay's father, telling him what happened with the procedure and how, Shay is taking it really hard. She's in a lot of pain and all of this type of stuff. When Fabo walks up and taps her. So she get off the phone with her husband and basically ends up telling him that Shay lost the baby. And so he is obviously stunned by this news. And the mama even says in her confessional that, yeah, I knew I shouldn't probably have said anything, but he needed to know or whatever. At this point, I would have just stayed out of it and let her handle the situation, because I wouldn't even have any conversation for him at all. I wouldn't even got off the phone with my husband. He tapping me on the shoulder, talking about, what's up, mom? Girl, what? I ain't none of your mama. Remember how you told me to pronounce your name? Don't pronounce mine at all, because we ain't got nothing to say to each other. So I don't even know why she gave him the time of day. And lo and behold, he gets smart when she asks him where he been, and he was like, it ain't none of your business where I been. And they get the arguing going back and forth. And I was like, see, this is the reason why I wouldn't even, like I said, gave him the time of day and gave him any type of discussion. Like, anything you need to talk about with my daughter. Other than that, stay away from me. Give me 50 feet. So Hot Topic and Joy are out taking a walk with each other. And she basically says that she feels like Flo and Gael are trying to bring her back to the old her, and how she's changed and how that was 10 years ago. And, she's changed her life for the better. And she also tells Joy how she got some tea on the fact that Flo is behind on her rent at her salon. So they're going to take that information and use that against Flo, since she embarrassing folks. And I was like, you can't be out here throwing stones at people and knowing that your own house ain't clean. Like, Flo, what is you thinking? What was you thinking, girl? Obviously, you were not. So Amara tells Bobby that Flo told her that basically she better be done with Safari, and how she told her, I don't know if I'm done with him yet and all this. And so Bobby was like, okay, so she ruined my event, started stuff with you, getting smart. Yeah, I'm going to have to step to her and let her know what's up. She invited me to her makeup relaunch. I'm going to go because I need to confront her. And I don't blame Bobby, because Flo and Gael were 1000% in the wrong for how they handled the situation at his birthday party. They didn't seem remorseful, and y'all do that on y'all time. You know what I'm saying? So Marlon tells Gael that he and Flo are back sleeping with each other, and that he needs her help to get rid of Claudia. And she says that she still don't like Marlon, but when it comes to Marlon and Claudia, she'll be team Marlon any day, pretty much, because she don't like Claudia and all of this, that, and the third. And I'm like, y'all are all insane, because now you helping the man that you ran and told your sister that he was sleeping with you and your other homegirl, but now you helping him to keep your sister around. Girl, all y'all might as well just be in a relationship with each other at this point, because this is just beyond sanity. Like, this is so weird, bro, and creepy and like incestuous. Like, I cannot at all. The fact that he even was comfortable enough to come to you and ask you to help get rid of his current wife's, who he's cheated on with you, new girlfriend, is just ridiculous. But lo and behold, Gael is messy, so of course she's going to help. So she tells him that he gonna need to get proof before they do anything. Shay is back at the crib, and we find out that she had an allergic reaction to the medication and everything, so she's resting. And Shay asks her mama, like, what's going on? And the mama tell her that, she asked Faber where he was at, and he was like, none of her business, and how he was getting smart, and how she told him that, yeah, she did lose the baby. So Shay was like, you wrong for that. Like, you were wrong. You should have given me the opportunity to tell him. And I agree. The mama was like, well, you're disrespectful. And Shay was like, you're very disrespectful. You want to get your husband in here because he says it all the time. And I was like, oh, no, she didn't. And the television screen was obviously telling me, oh, yes, she did. So the mama was like, go right ahead if that's what you want to do. It sounds like you're still protecting him, which means he'll be back, talking about Fabo. And Shay was like, just like your husband came back after cheating on you with how many women? And I was like, nah, Shay, that was low. That was so low. So low. And so her mama get upset and leave. And it's like, that's your mother. You should respect your mother. And in this case, your mother has been there for you. She's the one that you came running to, asking to be by your side. She is the one that constantly drops everything to be there for you, even when Fabo is not. And I get where Shay is coming from. It was like, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black when it comes to her mama commenting on Fabo not being a good man and cheating on her and all of this type of stuff. And it's like, you went through the same thing. So I guess from Shay's point of view, it's like, give me some type of sympathy and grace because you've gone through it too with my own father. So I get that, but that still does not give you the right just to flat out disrespect your mama like that because she's telling you right. Maybe she wasn't able to do it for herself, but she wants you to be able to be strong enough to not accept any old thing from anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's becoming clearer to me that Shay is more of the problem than her mama. I think they need to go back and revisit Iyanla again, because it's obvious that there's a lack of respect there when it comes to her mother. And that needs to be really worked on, because seeing what I'm seeing from the show, her mama ain't a bad mother. Do she got some ways? Yes, but Shay got some ways too, and is very nasty. So after she leaves, Fabo comes into the room to check on her, and she's crying about, losing the baby and everything. And she goes on to say that she blamed him for losing the baby because he had her so stressed out. And I'm like, you feel this way, but yet you still got him there coddling you and cooing and rubbing all on you and all of this type of stuff. Like, so what has changed? Like, I'm so confused, like, by Shay's emotions. Like, they just seem like they're all over the place, but I guess. So Trina and Joy go over Trina new man Swerve's house, and I gotta say, Swerve a good looking dude. He's cute. He look like he is a little bit younger than Trina, but he cute. She says he's a real estate agent, that he be out here flipping houses and all of this type of stuff. So I guess he got a little coin going for himself, even though he looked like he out here on the block. Okay, y'all people where I'm going with that. But you can't judge a book by its cover. But she's just gushing about how much she loved him and how good of a man he is, and she is just all over him. Like, we have never seen Trina act like this when it comes to a man ever, honey. They so lovey-dovey, and Joy is disgusted by it all. Like, please get a room, okay? So Glow has her makeup relaunch, and Marlon arrives. He goes over to Claudia and shows Claudia video of them dancing with each other and Flo backing it up on him and everything. But to Claudia, she was just like, I know Marlon, he is a snake. I'm not going to, feed into the drama. I'm not going to even go there with him, basically. So she let that slide. So then after that, we see Bobby and Amara pop up. And they confront Flo about how she acted at his party. And Flo was like, y'all can bring y'all crew to stuff, but it's a problem when I bring my crew. And I was like, why are y'all talking like y'all are in the Bring It series? Like, this is not a cheerleading competition. Why do y'all keep on talking? You bring your crew, we gonna take it to the streets. Like, what is going on here? Like, y'all are really corny. So Amada then jumps in and confronts her about the safari of it all. And Flo was like, sorry, not sorry, to the both of them. And she was like, I'm the real rich be here. And she says to Amada, you probably don't even have an Amex. And Amada was like, girl, please. Like, who you talking to? And so those sentiments are going to come back to haunt her really quickly. Because she up here being braggadocious and stuff. So she says her speech. And then Marlon gets on the mic, him and his toupee, and says a speech to Flo. And her mama then get on the mic talking about how she's still sleeping with Marlon. And she was looking at her mama like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? And so Flo was like, Claudia not competing with nobody. And she asked Claudia to come up there with her. And Claudia does not go. And Flo trying to still like calm the situation down because Claudia is visibly upset. And then Marlon shows a video of her laying on her side in lingerie and him laying in the bed behind her and everything. And now Flo says she was asleep. Her eyes was closed in the video, whatever. She said she was in the bed asleep. And so, of course, Claudia is upset. She leaves. Flo follows her and is telling her, I was asleep. As you can see, take a look at it. I didn't even know he did that. And Claudia was just like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Like, I don't trust you and I don't believe nothing you're saying. Now, in her confessional, the producers asked her, did you sleep with Marlon? And she was like, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. But in the scene, she steady lying, trying to act like she don't know why he did that. And why her mama putting that out there, like they lying and stuff like that. So Claudia leaves. And then next thing we know, the rest of them go back inside. And then this lady pull up looking like a truck driver, putting eviction notices all on the doors and stuff and telling Flo and them that they got to get out unless she pays the back rent she owes right then and there. If not, she got to go. So Flo is embarrassed. She is embarrassed and she pissed. Everybody's leaving. And then here go Amada, who cracked me up. She gonna walk up to Flo talking about some, between us, if you need a loan, I don't have a problem like giving it to you. And Flo said, do it look like I need a loan? Don't play with me, Amada. And it was like, yeah, it looked like you need a loan because you're getting evicted. So, yeah, you do need a loan. And I was like, why you sitting up here trying to act like you that girl and you got all the money and you ain't even paying your rent on time? Like, girl, get a life. It's not that deep. It's really not. So the saga continues next week on next week's episode. But overall, this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami was another good one. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I'm going to give this week's episode of the show a B+. It was a pretty good episode. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about the episode. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.